Hello, good afternoon or good evening or whatever time you're having a look at this maths. So we're here again. We're here again for some more Molly maths. And yeah, so I've just been for a walk along the river. I'm back listening to my music now. I'm listening to a bit of the Jam. So I'm listening to a bit of a town called Malice, Going Underground, and some of the old stuff. Might not be your cup of tea, but I'd get something on nice that you like listening to. So once that's on, we'll get started for Molly's Maths, 15th of January. Let's have a look at question one. Right, solve. So we've got to solve 5xy. And we're given the values of x, which equals 5, and y equals minus 7. So this one's, basically we just substitute in the values for the x and y and work it out. So we've got 5 times x is 5 times y is minus 7. Minus 7. We might as well do it in two bits. So 5 times 5 is 25. And then if we multiply that by minus 7, what are we going to get? Quite a big number. It's 175. But because you're timesing a plus and a minus, what does that mean? It means it's a minus. So there you are. Just substitute the values in and follow the steps and you should get to an answer. Give it a try and then maybe try a few more at home. So this one, in this case, it's minus 175. Let's have a look at question 2. Oh, it's another money question. Another money question of converting either pounds into dollars or dollars into pounds. So currently the exchange rate is £1 equals $1.5. So if you've got £20, what's the equivalent in dollars? Basically, that you're going to have more dollars, aren't you? So what will you do? You get your 20 and you times it by 1.5. Again, you can do it on a calculator, and I think probably you should be able to do this one in your head. So the answer to that is 30. And again, the importance thing, it's $30. $30, that's my dollar sign, not the greatest. So, and again, we've got $450, but we want to turn that into pounds. So, what's the exchange rate? As I said, it's 1.5. So, all we need to do for this one is divide it. So, we got 450 and we divide that by 1.5. And that will give you the answer. So 450 divided by 1.5 is going to be a nice round 300. And again, to get the extra marks, you've got to put your pound signs in. There is £300. So $450 is £300 when the exchange rate is 1.5 pounds to dollars. How's that sound? Let's move on to question 3. Ooh, question 3. Right, a group of adults and children go to the fair. Ooh, what sort of fair is that? Fun fair or maybe Strawberry Fair in Cambridge. But anyway, adults cost £1 each to go in. Adults rather cost £4 each, and children cost £3 each. The total cost that was spent is £32. So basically, you can give a possible number of adults and children. So it's got to add up to £32. So if we say, what if we say something like this? 4 times 5 equals 20. So that's that's the adults. So that adults, it costs £4, and we say 5 of them is 20. So 20 of 30. So so we go 32. Take away the 20. We're left with 12. So 12. So if we divide 12 by 3 equals 4. And we divide it by 3 because £3 for children. So that would mean we could have 5 adults. So I'll write down here. Adults equals 5. Children equals 4. So that's one possible answer, but I mean, we could have other combinations, but give it a try. See how many combinations you can get. You've got £32. See what the minimum number of adults is. See how many children 1 or 2 adults can take. It's worth a try. See what you come up with. Let's look at question 4. So what we have here is this is all about the angles, and basically we've got a quadrilateral, and it's a 4-sided shape with four angles. And what we've got to do is find out what the angle of X is, which is over here on the right, which is outside the quadrilateral. So really we need to find out, we need to look at what we've got. So we've got 180 degrees, 125 degrees. We've got a right angle triangle in here. So let's put, we know what that means. That means that's 90 degrees. So we've got a bit more information there. And we know, let's put in something called y here, an angle. And what we're going to do, we know that in a quadrilateral, which has 4 angles of quadrilateral shape, it adds up to 360 degrees. So we can use that to find out what y is. So let's find out what y is. So y equals, what information? It equals 360. That's the total angles for the whole of the quadrilateral, minus whatever we know. So we know we've got 108, sorry, plus we've got 125, plus 90. Now, if we work that out, so y equals 360. Sorry about my pen. I'm minus, and I've added all those up. That makes 3, 2, 3. So y equals, I'm just going to scroll up a bit now. So y equals what does it equal? That equals, it's it equals 37, and that'd be 37 degrees. So we could put that in on our diagram now. We've worked that out. So that 37. So that's 37 degrees Y. So the other rule that we know is a straight line. A straight line adds up to 180. So X, we know that X is going to equal, I'm going to write it here, because a straight line, all angles on a straight line add up to 180. So we're going to make X equal 180 minus 37. So X equals, what does it equal? Got your calculator out, or have you done it in your head? 143. So there you go. We can write that in now on the diagram. 143. So we can write that in 143, and that's degrees. We must put in the degrees. So there you go. Look complicated, but a bit of thought and remembering the rules about the angles in a quadrilateral and the angles, what angles add up to on a straight line, and you can fill in the missing bits. Well, quite good, I think. Let's move on to the next question. Ooh, this is all about a rugby match. It's all about the percentages of people who watches the rugby match. So basically, it says we got 2,400 men and 600 women attend a rugby match. Well, that's quite a lot. So what's the total of people? So let's write that down, the total number of people. So I'm going to write that down here. Total people. Actually, let's rub that out. That's not good. We'll write it down the bottom where we've got a bit more space. I think that's what we need to do. So let's go down the bottom. So we've got total people. Total people. $3,000. Because that's the 240 and the 600. 30% of the people support Bath. So 30% support Bath. So what's 30% of 3,000? Equals, well, it's 3,000 times 0.3. So that equals 30% of 3,000 equals 900. So that means 30% of people support Bath. So 900 people, that's 900 people support Bath. Well, let's just do. So Bath supporters equals 900. Right. A quarter of men support Bath. So a quarter of men, we've got 2,400 men, and a quarter of them support Bath. So if we go 2,400 times a quarter equals 600. So that means 600 men support Bath. Quite a bit of working out on this one. What percentage of women support Bath? So we've got 900 people support Bath, 600 are men. So if we got 900 minus the men, which is 600, equals 300. So that's 300 women that support Bath. So let's write that down. 300 women support You'd have to excuse my writing. So what was the final bit of the question? What percentage of women support Bath? So we've got 600 women who attend a rugby match, and 300 of them support Bath. So that will be 300 over 600. Let's write that down. 300 over 600. We can cancel that down, can't we? How many 300s in 600? We can get 1, so it's a half. And what does half equal in percentage? If you have a whole thing and you cut it in half, if you've got 100% and you cut it in half, what have you got? 50%. So what does that 50% mean? The question was, what percentage of women support Bath? And the answer is 50% of women support Bath. So I'm going to write that down. 50% of women support Bath. So by writing it all out in full, there's no mistake. And you've shown the working. And that's it. Quite a challenging one, the last one, but you have to go through the steps, look at the numbers, do one bit at a time, think about it, and you should eventually get to the answer. So quite a lot of work in that, probably worth quite a lot of marks in the exam. But that concludes our questions today for maths in Molly's Maths. I'm still listening to my music. I hope you're still listening to yours, but still focusing a little bit on the maths. I know it's been a bit challenging, this one, but that's it. See you again soon. Goodbye from me.